sure it's completely not an issue. Alright, well, while that's getting streaming, I'm just gonna keep track of everything. Is it going? Yeah, it's going. Alright, hi everybody, it's me, your... How much camera do I give this? Not a lot. Let's make sure this is in a good place, that it's large enough. Hi everybody, it's me, your pal Larry. We're back for some more streaming today. It's gonna look amazingly glitchy for a bit while I get everything cordoned off and set up. A little late today, things were a little different this week, so it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna search for myself on Mixer so I can find my channel. Gotta type in Larry Chupacabra. There it is. Look, it even says I'm dungeon defendering with the Towers of Power. I gotta mute. I guess I can't really mute it, so I'm just gonna have to hold this at a funny angle. How do I tell what's happening on Twitch? There it is. That's what I wanted. Twitch is now showing me that I'm doing a thing. Now I just gotta get YouTube to acknowledge that I exist. And everyone should be happy, unquote. Let's turn on that. Mute it so I don't have to hear me say words. Then I'll bring up the live chat. There we go. I can see everyone's beautiful words now. Alright, so if anyone's curious, I'm going to be playing Dungeon Defenders 2. Let me make sure that YouTube knows that I'm doing that so that it doesn't freak out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Stream options. Here it is. How's it going, TJ?
Good.
I just got started.
Nice. You going until 6 or?
Just 6.
Okay.
Make sure that Google knows what game I'm playing. Okay, but yes, welcome back everybody to the Chupacabra's Lair stream-a-majig. It's a good time. We're gonna play a campaign. I don't need to play the tutorial though, because I'm fancy. I haven't played this game in a long time. It's been going back and forth in various modes of development for years. So, it's one of those things that you play for a little bit to check out the latest additions to the maps and campaign that you can play, but you don't go, you know, crazy with it either, if you feel me. This might also lag the computer out. This is a very gorgeous game, but it also has a tendency of making things very break, I'd say. Is a good way to put it. Wow, look at all these achievements I just got. You have been refunded a bunch of equipment and shards. Okay, so I'm starting out with my lovely huntress lady, who specializes in traps. Poisonous kinds. That's alright. I kind of like this character. Looks like pretty much all of my stuff has been twizzled around. And I can hot swap between my other characters. So I've got my monk who's got this cool staff. I've got this key, F1. This is F1. Brings out my mage. And then 4 brings out my other character. Oh, is somebody zinging me? Something just buzzed on the table. I'm not sure what. So I guess we'll... Whoa, there's like a weird magic murder portal here now. It's a mystery. Do I touch the mystery? Difficulty, try the heroes. I don't know what that means, but that sounds spicy. They have definitely expanded upon this game in ways that I don't necessarily recognize. So let's just pick... This is Heroes for Hire. I think these are other characters that I can purchase. The thing with Dungeon Defenders 2 over the previous iterations is that it's supposed to eventually be free to play on PC. So let's start out from the beginning, since I've got an hour to enjoy with you fine folks at home. Let's create a game. Let's make this, let's make it private to begin with. And then we'll just do a normal campaign at the gates of Dragonfall. So for anyone, oh, who's come to visit? Oh, it's Zelfito. Stop trolling the trolley game. Look, Zel, there's trolls in here, and I gotta touch them. That's the rule, alright? Need you to calm down. It's good to see you back, Zel. How you been? Things been going well up in the more frozen part of town, I'm sure. So the story behind this game is that this cart here that we've got, it's got this evil magic crystal, and inside of it is an evil, crazy demonic force, and it wants to get out and start touching stuff. So we gotta stop all of its minions from being summoned and trying to break in. So to do that, we have a few different available towers. We've got the Huntress that I'm playing has a lot of explosive towers, and then she's got some freezing towers. You know, all the things that make the world go round. So I'm just gonna plunk some of these down in each one of these spots, and that's where all the critters are gonna come out and start touching stuff. Oh, you're just chilling, literally, up in Alaska, Zell? I would never have guessed. You sultry boy, you. Let's see. I got some poison towers I can put down. That's probably kosher with all these critters. Now, early on in this game, like I'm sure a lot of folks might imagine, they like to put some environmental things that you can use. They've got these fire carts that smash down fire that burns things. Then you've got this ice cart that just freezes things in a very similar way. Given the kind of background scenes in here and everything that's going on, I would say that there used to be a festival that was about to happen, and maybe these are supposed to be some leftover food carts from whatever that was supposed to be about, but I wouldn't know. I could do with some more poison, though. Let's put this here to see if I can't keep all of these noxious invaders poisoned. And then I think I'll probably ready. I have an arrow, a bow and arrow. So if anyone's giving me trouble, I can just kill them with it. Looks like these guys aren't really triggering the explosive things like I want them to. That's poopy. I might need to switch to an easier character while I get the swing of things again. Looks like we don't have any visitors from other services yet. But if anybody's watching this from, say, Periscope, where I'm dual streaming this to, like, everywhere right now, then by all means, you can hop in and join me on twitch.tv/Larry Chupacabra, or on YouTube, just search Larry Chupacabra. You'll eventually find my live stream if you look hard enough. Okay, I think this means that I just need a few more explosive towers. Well, they're all technically a tower, but I think some more explosive pads are in order. Looks like, for the most part, my poison dart towers are doing their job, though. So that's nice. They're getting through the middle, though, which I don't like. Alright, we'll just shoot these guys in the schnoz. Just like the goblin gods would have wanted. There we go. Okay, so that's that wave. Let's build some more stuff. Let's build some more explosive traps. The hot swapping between heroes is definitely a lot newer, I would say, than it used to be. Used to be you really had to plan that out, and you could only hot swap at the tower back over here. Where is it? Did they get rid of the Hero Forge? They might have. There used to be like a thing that would pop up back here next to this weird carrot-eating gremlin thing that you could talk to that would allow you to change out characters. But I guess they got rid of the Hero Forge in its entirety. That's kind of neat. Alright, well I can certainly deal with that. I might also have to put down some mage towers, because the mage towers are kind of cheating, if I had to say what they are. This thing has only gone off a couple of times. So this thing has like a total of 50 charges, and you have to repair them to put the charges back, but it looks like it kept most of them, so let's play this a little differently. Let's hot swap to the monk. And let's put some electric towers. Because that'll make sure that everything is properly dead. The deadest that they can be. They basically AoE everything down, so there's no reason not to enjoy them. And this early on in the game, it probably doesn't matter what you do. Should rename my hero to Link? Well, the trouble is, this is more like Princess Zelda, because this is a female. She's a lady elf, and she likes to get her bow skills on. Although I haven't gotten to the point in the new Zelda game where they really showcase all of that. Because eventually she does get released from her imprisonment in that tower, and can go off and murder people. At least I think. Don't quote me on that by any means. Alright. This grouping of towers isn't doing too badly, but I still want more poison up the middle. So let's just do that. Let's put a poison tower here. I know this guy's trying to get saucy, this goblin. You gotta wonder if that's all goblins have to do with their time. Is just invade human worlds and try to take your stuff. But then again, I suppose goblins and orcs and stuff are all just kind of the whipping boys of the mystical world. Because why else would they be so sultry and mad all the time? There we go, I'll shoot a couple of you guys. I do have a few abilities in my roster. I can do like an arrow storm of explosive arrows. I can also do, I think this is like a phoenix. This costs me, does this cost me mana or gems? It might, one or the other. Who's still alive? A couple of guys in here? There you go, that's that phoenix. Was he trying to break something over here? Might have been that. I am not certain. Any goodies? I don't know if any of this is going to be an upgrade for me. I'm not sure what this Talon Guard's telling me either. It might be important, it might not. Oh, the boss of this area is coming. Where is the boss coming out of? Is it back over? Yeah, it's back over here. Okay. Well, for the boss, I'm going to be a little spicy. I'm going to swap out to the mage. I'm going to put some really rock'em sock'em boppering stuff in here. Oh, never mind. I guess he's just going to come anyway. So this is one of the first orcs that you meet. It's called Warboar. And its kind of deal is that the way that they do it is they introduce new enemies as the boss of each level before they get in there and start trying to touch you. So I guess that's kind of nice. It's kind of like a very Dark Souls style thing to do. A lot of JRPG style games like to introduce a big scary boss, and then later it just becomes yet another plain Jane enemy. Do they just want some goblin poons, El? That's fair, you know. Goblins just want to have fun. They're like that song about girls, or pretty much any joke involving blondes. That looks like it might be good. This might be good. That's just some greens. How do you auto-sell things now? I'm not sure. Let's go to the tavern. I haven't been to the tavern in a little while. What did I do with my drink cup? I'll find that in a... Oh, actually, I know where it is. I'll be... One moment. Gotta find my drink cup. Kind of funny, actually. Alright, now I'm back. I got my giant drink cup it's just water. Nothing fancy. Oh, well, since I got this big scary mage, maybe I should do something big and scary with it. I can't remember how good I can or cannot do with this particular tool, but we will find out. Welcome to the private tavern. Yes, tavern keeper. You're, always looking for more money, aren't you, sir? So here's the tavern keeper. There's basically just a bunch of different hub areas that you can go to meet people. It used to be the only hub area that you had access to was in here, but they've since moved a lot of it into a more open world setting, where you can see in the distance a bunch of cool stuff, and a bunch of really awesome swag. Which I thought was kind of neat. It's always nice when you can see places that you can go in the distance. So, there's, I guess, some new people back in here. There's a quest and missions guy who tells you that win 3 castle maps to win a prize. And that gives you some of the in-game currency. I know that if you get some of the in-game currency, they'll actually allow you to buy new characters. So, whatever works there. There's some special treasures that you can buy. There's, like, everything in here. Different weapons. I don't remember if this guy actually sells weapons that are any good. Or items that are any good. Obviously, my stuff is way more powerful, as denoted by a rainbow of color. And then if you really want, you can see how much damage you do by blasting away at all of this stuff. Currently, I have a little floating pet, and he will zap things for me, provided I don't die. Do I have mail? It looks like I might have mail. Nope. Oh, this isn't messages anymore. This is, like, redeeming codes. And then there's the commander, and then there's this weird shady guy that looks like he's out of, I don't know, Meet the Robinsons movie? He kind of looks like the evil villain from that movie. So we did Castles of Dragonfall. We could do we could just move along the storyline for a little while. I certainly don't think that would be a problem. Yeah, well, why don't we do some of that? I might skip a couple. Some of these are just a pain in the butt. Let's play Greystone Plaza. We can make this... Let's just keep it private, I think. How is my connection doing? Is my OBS connection fine? Yep, looks like it. Alright. Yeah, we'll just make this a private game. And we'll just jump in and start touching things. Touching the booty. The snooty booty. So yeah, initially there were 4 characters. There was the Huntress, there was the Squire, who's the guy who's in his underbreeches. There was a monk, and then there was a wizard. There has since been a bunch of new characters added that you can unlock later in the game, which I thought was kind of neat. So you can have, you know, different characters from all over the fantasy genre. So, it looks like they've improved this map. So instead of a gate that they bash in down here, it's just a crater. Because all of the evil critters have been trying to break into this castle because we've been keeping all of those eternity crystals up there in the throne room. All those spicy devils. We got a bunch of pathways to worry about this time. So we've got this one here. We have 4, basically, with 2 optional ones that are currently blocked off. So up here at the west gate, this is like a gate lock that prevents more enemies from coming in. This is kind of like a completion thing. If we were doing this old school Dungeon Defenders, if it was Dungeon Defenders 1, we would just block off everything right here and just ignore everything else. Which I could do if I'm feeling particularly lazy. I think I might try to not, because that's more of a headache than it's worth to let that occur. So let's just block this off here with a wall. That'll be a nice little magical barrier. And then we'll put a fire turret back. Well, it's a little too far away, isn't it? We'll put a couple fire turrets that are going to belch fire out on all of those unsuspecting green gobbers, which is kind of the goal here. Now, because I'm playing solo, I have a lot more build stuff to work with, so I am able to build a lot more stuff than I normally would. Which is to say, normally you kind of have to be a little bit more conservative with how you build things, because other people are going to be using their share of the building material, the building magic, to build all of their swag. So this this is a tricky one, because the enemies can shoot down from up here onto your wall, or at least they used to be able to. So I'm actually going to put this here, a couple more fire turrets, and then what's down over this way? I think that's almost everything. I just got to get this one now. So we'll put this here. And then this thing's also got a weird stone thumper-dumper tower that you can put down that's really long range. Used to be the wizard had like a sniping tower, the true strike tower that was really good for, for killing things. I guess I have to... How do I move this? There used to be a way to move you. I guess I'll sell this then and put it back. Gotta be careful where you position these things. I think that's probably all I need, really. I could put in some ice towers. Ice towers are kind of nice. Kind of neatsy. Really all they're going to do is just slow things for me, but I think I'm good. I'm just going to start the combat phase. Will Neff be joining me, Zell? I haven't, I talked to Neff about maybe doing this, but this was kind of, I wasn't sure if I was going to come out today initially, so I hadn't talked to Neff about being a part of this. If we go further into the tougher stuff in this game, I will definitely want to have him involved, because this can be a giant pain in the booty otherwise. Oh yeah, these guys are... Oh, they don't belch fire anymore, they just proper breathe fire. Oh, that's gonna put a dampener in my plans. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Alright, well, I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on everything. Because these guys are just gonna chip away at me then. I'm gonna have to move stuff next round. Which, not terrible, but it's annoying enough. Because that means they won't shoot at these guys. Okay. So they have definitely changed a lot about this game from when I was playing it before. It used to be that these fire turrets had a fair amount of range. Now they just kind of sit there and breathe fire. No, the goblins can't have their poon. I am the king of it. It's mine forever. Okay. Is that guy still alive? Oh, he's like got homing missiles or something. Okay, so they're just blasting away at my walls with range. Okay, we need to sell things. We need to sell you, and we need to sell you. This thing's probably fine. We need to move this up as close as we can get it. And then we need to put in something with way more range, like this bad boy. A couple of them at each area, because they take a while to power up these things. So you got to be a little bit careful with where you place them. I'll get the rest of my building mana. I think the other place that's going to be a consistent issue is right here. Let's sell you, sell you. Let's repair you. I'm going to put just one of these way up front. And then a couple of these back here, where they can do the most damage. That's good. I don't really need to upgrade them yet. I'm going to want to. What is this? Is this just a murder hole? I guess there's just a hole to the ether. Hey, Peterson, how you been? Good to have you back. I'm a little late this time. Things have been a little different this week. Juggling schedules and everything. But I am back for more streaming on numerous platforms. And I'm learning that a lot of stuff has changed inside of Dungeon Defenders, so I have to be careful with what towers that I decide to use. Otherwise, I will be proper boned, proper quick. Let's repair you. This is all fine. Let's hot swap to our Huntress, maybe. But she's got some pretty fun stuff that she's got. She's got these little poison towers. Does this area have... Oh, is this is a spawn thing now. Yeah, this is a spawner. That's weird and kind of annoying. I am not familiar with those yet. No matter. I got bombs for that. Just what the doctor ordered. Put this fire tower back. Build another stone tower. And then, what about the monk? The monk could probably put something down. He's got these banners. The monk is weird. He buffs things. He buffs things with his banners. So that's a buff banner. It's only got so much energy to emit on all of these things, but I don't know. I like that there's more emphasis on mixing and matching heroes in this game. It gives you more of a reason to do stuff with your friends. Because back when we played regular Dungeon Defenders, everybody and their grandma pretty much just let one person build. Yeah. What platform is this? This is just Dungeon Defenders 2, Peterson, on PC. I got a bunch of crazy little characters that I haven't played with in a while, so I figured we might as well give it a spin. Okay, I'm going to swap back to my mage because he's my big, powerful, heavy hitter. And let's keep an eye over here. So what I'm trying to do, Peterson, is I'm defending this castle from evil creatures because, well, they want to touch our stuff. We've got this magic crystal here, and this magic crystal has got an evil, supreme evil in it. It's just lots of evil. It's just one big trough of the worst kinds of evil in history. And they want to free it. What the heck? How are you guys getting up there? What is happening here? Something is borked up. Let's go. Oh, they're spawning through this hole. Okay. I don't know how to get rid of the hole. That hole is new. We'll repair that. Anything getting through? Not really. Okay, not bad. I don't like how many things are... Why are you guys... Okay, so this is glitching, clearly. For some reason, a fresh spawn point came open in the middle of the ground, and now everything is trying to pour through it. And they're coming out here, getting access to this crystal. So, essentially, if that crystal gets broken, the evil entity from inside of it will be freed, and I'm guessing that's not bad. It could be like a subtle form of evil, like a political evil, where they just bide their time until they can, what would I say, legislate out tower defense games, which is essentially what this is. Okay. Let's upgrade this wall. Let's upgrade this. Let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade this banner. I'm just going to have to build yet another defensive installation, but I'm pretty much out of shit that I can build. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff that I can build here, so we're just going to have to upgrade things now. This middle tower is really getting beat up. What is this? Grasskeeper, welcome to the stream. You are the carry master, you say. Well, what do you carry? What are your games of choice? Are you a MOBA carrier, or do you just carry everything? Do you carry, like, both Marlboro and the other brands of smokes that I don't even remember because I don't smoke? I mean, it's possible. It takes all sorts to make the world go round. And Peterson says, it looks a lot more fun when you're than your average tower defense. And then Ninja Sheik says, need help. Do I need help? No, but if you want to join me, Sheik, you're more than welcome. I can hop into voice chat in a couple of minutes. Once I'm done with this level. You can carry Dungeon Defenders 2 all the way to C7. Well, Grasskeeper, if you want to add Larry Chupacabra on... Where are these guys coming from? They're just spawning random murder holes? Is this new? I feel like this is new, and I don't like it. Okay, well, I've run out of mana to repair shit, but that's fine. You know, if you want, yeah, we could potentially do this. I'll set up a room where we can do the thing. Private tavern. The West Gate... What? Who? Dang it, this always happens. There's something glitchy that allows things to get through, like this. Get out of here, you spicy devil. And then everything is like... Okay, so there's like a moving portal in the ground that prevents these things from staying put. So is that must be a new mechanic. Because I don't recall them ever putting weird murder holes on the ground on regular mode. I'm sure it was a mechanic in later things, when you had things like the Voodoo Witch Doctor Floaty Dude. Oh, some dude just being a dick on the YouTube thing? Yeah, I'll pass on whatever you're selling, dude. That's fine. I can tab over and I can get rid of you without much effort. Let me do just that. Who's being a butthole? This guy. How do I get rid of you? Here it is. Block. And then remove. Done and done. That takes care of that boy. Or that woman. It could be a man or a woman. Not everybody can be a dick on the internet. That's the best part about it, I guess. So we've got an incoming boss monster here. Who's coming through? Who is this? What is this? Greystone Terrace. Says incoming 1. Is there any weird murder? Okay, there's stuff coming from all directions. Okay, the murder hole is here now. So let's sell this. Sell this. This will allow me to put this right here to prevent whatever that is from getting in, I guess. Alright, that'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's buff these. This is almost the end of this level. Oh, Google was trying to talk to me. Thanks, Google. Let me go back to my Twitch thing. Okay. So, Grasskeeper, tell me what the deal is. What's up with these holes? Are these new? Have these been in for a little while? Because I haven't played this game in forever. Yeah, I don't need people being rude on my streams, Peterson. That's a no. That's just a no. Don't be weird, dicks. There's just no need for it. Are these guys flyers? That's really my question. The thing that concerns me the most. I'll repair that. I think I have enough defenses up here. This is really overdone in this corner. How much money do I have left? I have enough to upgrade a couple more things to Tier 2. So let's do that. And then I'll leave the rest for repairs. This thing could use some love. And away we go. Is there a boss now? Probably. Heavy Orc Melee. Okay. So this is, again, this is how they introduce new critters into this game. They just make them really big, nasty, and scary, and then later they just become a regular old-fashioned trash mob. Most of these should be pretty much taken care of by my turrets, though. I don't know how buffed up my characters are any longer. They might be pretty weak. But when I left, they were actually pretty squanchy. They were doing pretty well for themselves. So let's use a power-up ability and do an AoE smash. clean up all of these nasty characters. This might be good for selling. Same with greens and blues might not be the most valuable anymore, but you can still use them to improve weaponry. And by that I mean they do the enchanting methodology where they let you merge different things together. Have I ever heard of a puzzle game called the Talos Principle? I have. I had access to a potential... Oh, bad things are happening over here. I had access to a potential review key for that, but it was so late in the game to actually do a review or a let's play on that I never did play it. I understand it has something to do with the nature of how computers think versus how people think, and there's some interplay between that and those other things. And there's somebody called White Tea Gaming. Oh, hey, Famalam. I'm not sure who that is. Yeah, I am a pretty chill dude. Do stick around, everybody. And Grasskeeper on Twitch tells me that these weird portal holes that we're opening up everywhere are just in the campaign. Everywhere else, they are vacant, missing, or otherwise. Alright, yeah, that's good to know. I mean, I've been gone from this game for a very long time. Ooh, this looks good. This is a monk rod. It's the Sleepy Octopod. That sounds kind of cute. A cute little octopus that may or may not do questionable things with their tentacles. And then we've got some Berserker boots. These are not an improvement, but they are blue, so I'll use them for later. If I hold shift, I can get a rundown if they're an upgrade or not, or if they are, for what stat. Because on my characters, for the most part, I like to build my characters to be very tower heavy. I really enjoy tower defense games, so there you have it. Let's go to the hub and see what's going on there. Nobody on Mixer this time around. If anyone's on Mixer, the the Microsoft platform, by all means, say hi. I'm not sure how many people are watching. Let me check I can actually tell via my readout on Restream. There's a warning on Periscope, because Periscope prefers if I use really low bitrate everything, but Periscope seems to handle it just fine, so I see really no reason to mess around with what I'm doing. So for anyone who's curious, I'm using a service called Restream.io, and it allows you to duplicate your stream and send it to multiple places, which I've done. To 4 places specifically. Yeah. I sent it to here on YouTube, I sent it to Twitch, I sent it to, what was it? Mixer, and also to Periscope. So for anyone on Periscope, by all means, join me on any of the number of platforms that I'm on. YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, just look up Larry Chupacabra. Everything you've come to love and enjoy about Chupacabras, but with video games. And no small amount of booty touching of all of the enemies in the world. So these are the pet people. These are like little elves. These allow you to hatch eggs if you have any. I don't... Oh yeah, here's all my pets. I don't know too much about the pet stuff. They give you some different stats. Like mine increases my defense power and my hero damage. And he's also like a cool anime bear that's got only one eye. He's got like a crazy mutilated claw, and then the other paw is just regular. And he's got a cape made out of a scarf. What's not to love? Here's one of them. You get this like really depressed looking cat with a little flying motor pack. I think my monk has another one. My monk's got the Cheshire Cat that appears and disappears, and all of his limbs are detachable from one another. Let's... Oh, someone's car alarm just went off outside. That's not good. So let's continue on with the war table. Let's go to the ramparts, and then I'm going to create a game. Let's make this a private game. How can I adjust this so that people can join? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a public game. If you can find me on whatever session, I'll name this the Chupacabra session here in a sec. Larry... Oh, my caps lock is on. Larry... Or we'll just call this Chupacabra Ramparts. So if you want to join me in a sec, you are free to do so. Grasskeeper. And then Peterson says, I have 49 subs now. Last time we talked, my channel, it was only like 18. Well, that's good to know. I mean, you're growing quicker than I did. It took me forever to break, like, I don't know, a small amount of subscribers, but it took me a really long time to figure out how I was going to make content that wasn't awful, and to also put it together in a really professional package. So that's good to know. Good. Keep on going. I've been thinking about making a creator series where I talk about problems for creators on YouTube in different ways. And one of the ways would be just straightforward how to make professional-ish stuff so that you can have a good time of it. So I'm going to switch to the Wizard. This is pretty much everybody I expect to be here. So the wizards, the apprentice said he sealed the doors, but that doesn't mean everything isn't going to try to break in here. The problem with this map is this has, what, almost 6 places enemies can spawn from. So there's some over here. There's going to be some from these loading docks where there's these zeppelins that come by. Oh no, they're not zeppelins anymore. They are proper towers. Okay, there used to be like zeppelins that came in here, but maybe that's a later version of this map. So I don't see any secondary defensive things that need to be protected. So I'm going to put this here and here. Is this blocked? Okay, there we go. You gotta be careful because sometimes your barriers are not wide enough to block the whole section. So enemies can sneak around, as it were. Alright, so Grasskeeper is either going to come and help me or come and troll the shit out of me. Which, you know, why wouldn't you? That's what the whole thing with Twitch is about, is people coming in to try and troll. I don't think there's a reason I need to be concerned with other stuff getting in here. It doesn't, if I look on the map, it doesn't look like there's any secondary objectives, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to try and keep this simple and straightforward. I don't like that these towers don't shoot fireballs anymore and that they're instead just a flamethrower tower. I hope I can change that. If I can change that, Grasskeeper, let me know. Because I want to, because that's a pain in the booty. I'll put a couple of these in here, then I'll put a couple of stomping towers. I'm not sure how enemies are going to come in here. It's been way too long since I last played, so we are literally playing this by ear and various other orifices in the body. So we will smack this right here, put that right there, and presto changeo. Bingo bango. Let's see how the combat goes. I saved enough mana that it shouldn't be too bad. So what kind of content have you been making, Peterson? Have you been making games videos? Have you been trying to make real life videos? There's a different kind of audience for just about everything, so I wouldn't necessarily claim that there's a lot of crossover, but there certainly would be enough. So these guys are being held up pretty well. What about over here? Those guys are fine. This looks fine. Yeah, this looks hunky-dory. I always appreciate a map where you can kind of build things in close together. Makes things a heck of a lot easier. I'm just going to keep an eye on the map and see if there's any areas that are getting a big build-up. Now this is a problem I was concerned about. There's some enemies way in the back that can just sit back there and take pot shots at my towers. So I want to deal with them as soon as possible. And if anyone wants to jump in here, I have the basic defenses built. So if you want to jump in and try to build things, you're more than welcome. If trolling becomes a problem, I'll just leave and restart the map, and then, you know, make it private again. I don't really care either way. It's just something I'm aware of. It happens. But it doesn't bother me terribly. Okay, this guy's up here taking pot shots. This little goon is. What does that mention about biblical? And it's biblical. Is this game biblical, or were we talking about earlier, Peterson? Oh yeah, and some of these goblins huck bombs, which is kind of rude. So in this case, we're not defending a magic crystal this time around. We are actually defending a pair of magical doors that are like dragon claws, because inside of here is the throne room to the castle. And underneath the throne is one of the scarier eternity crystals. I'm not sure if they have a name, per se, but... Oh, this guy's in here. Hello, is this Grasskeeper? How do I see the list of people? Well, either way, I'm going to repair stuff. And if you guys want to build, by all means, go nuts. If you need more space, let me know. I think I've got a pretty good baseline. I probably don't need all of these fire turrets, though. So let me get rid of this fire turret. So what are you guys going to build? Looks like Peterson is telling me that he's building gaming videos for his channel. I will warn you, Peterson, the gaming video genre is very full. So it's going to be hard to define a niche for yourself. It's been hard for me to do that too. So what is this? This is like a little fire dragon slayer. It's a little snake on a pedestal. I wonder what that does. I'm pretty much ready, so if you guys are good to go. It looks like this guy plays a primary hero-based character. So what I mean by hero-based character is... I'm something blank, by the way. I guess there's a mature language filter in here, so I'm in here with Fire Dragon Slayer and Chubs. Is that you, Grasskeeper? Are you one of these? Well, either way, here comes the spicy villains to touch our stuff. You devils, you. Alright, well, that robot character looks really cool. I think that's new from when I was playing. I think I saw it maybe briefly before, but I didn't get a chance to play it. It requires a currency from doing daily events at max level, I think. That really affects things. And then Peterson says he's been doing a lot of dilly-dallying in Paragon and Smite and Transistor, Tomb Raider, Paladins, and Horizon Zero Dawn. I could definitely get on board with Horizon Zero Dawn, that is for sure. That is a really fun game. And I like that company really went forward to make a female protagonist right off the bat in that game, where so many games, like, they say, like, well, we like to try from a middle ground, but we wanted to include a female main character that you could play and then just never get around to it. It's one of the biggest cliches in gaming. And the other thing I always like about this too is it used to be when you were upgrading towers in this game that they would just get bigger, but in this game they actually change shape and change design, which is really cool. I'm just going to upgrade everything that looks like it needs some love. This is level 2 already. This could be level 2. What's going on? Turn my profanity filter off, by the way. Yeah, I need to do that. This is a brand new installation of this game on this computer. This is my gaming laptop for portable gaming. So it's going to be a little bit wibbly-wobbly. I don't know if I'll stream a lot more of this after tonight, but it's always a possibility. I'm only probably going to stream for about an hour to stick to my usual schedule of ending off at about the same time, about 6 o'clock Mountain Time. But I'm always going to try and stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at around 4 to 6-ish. Well, I'm ready. Let's do the thing. Okay, Grasskeeper is Fire Dragon Slayer. Well, thanks for jumping in with me. I do appreciate it. It's always nice to meet new dungeon defending friends. Oh, here's those gnarly dragons that pop in here. These are the Draken. They shoot a kind of a lob of arcane energy, and it really messes up your towers. Like, it is rude. It is rude dude McCrude. So I'm guessing that they've probably added a bunch more to the story of this game. Because previously in this game, they had... You only could kill the Queen of the Wyverns, the Why Not Verns, and that was as far as the story went, because the people who were transporting something important crash-landed when their vehicle got shot down by evil magic. So that wasn't so good for them. Then you had to go rescue them. I think that was the Pet Keepers, now that I think about it. Oh, the Talos principle is biblical. Okay. I wasn't sure. Having not played it, it was everything I knew about the Talos principle was hearsay. So I just kind of avoid talking about its good or bad parts simply because I don't know. I'll repair this bad mamma jamma. That one seems fine. This is about the time of the game where you want to upgrade things to tier 3, just for shits and giggles. And away we go. I guess I need to be better about... Oh, here's a big scary portal that just opened. I'm guessing those are to give the enemies a new location to invade from. So far, they don't seem to be coming up and over here. Some of the levels... There's 2 levels that take place in this area. One of them, they used to come up along this spot, but this is blocked off by a red velvet rope. And if there's one thing that these evil villains will abide by, one rule that we all can agree on is don't step over the red velvet rope, Larry. It's going to make people mad. And then Peterson says he likes that they separated hardcore mode from the regular game, because ultra hardcore mode is no joke. Oh, where is that portal going? Oh, it goes from one side of the map to the other? I guess? Oh. Okay, this is getting to be a problem over here. They're invading this side section here. Is that where, that must be where one of the portals is taking them, is like right in front of this spot. That's fine. I have a very powerful staff from before I quit playing for a while. So, no harm, no foul. Yay, we did it! Yay! Now we get to have all that sweet, juicy loot. Come on, not green. Yay, blue. I've only seen a legendary chest in this game one time. I can't remember if it was on camera or not. Alright. I got a magic orb, a totem, and a medallion. Alright, and then through here is the way to the Royal Palace. Alright, well I think I'll do that again. I'm going to do the next map, so if you want to jump back in later, Firekeeper, by all means. We've only got about 10-ish minutes though, so I'm probably actually gonna just do one more map. I don't know how long these have been taking. And then we'll call her quits for the night. I'll get everything packed up and then I'll head home. We'll pick this back up next week on Tuesday for a more regular scheduled programming, I think. I kind of took a break on Tuesday of this week because I wanted to get some more information before doing another video. So, yeah. Looks like Chubb's left. That's too bad. Thanks for joining me while you did, Mr. Chubberino. So here's the throne room. before the invasion. And the king, for whatever reason, is MIA, the king and queen. Oh, no, he's back. Oh, okay, so they put the king in finally. Good to see the very gallant gentleman protecting his kingdom. And here he is with his son and the Talon Guard, some of which are a little bit more scared than others, defending his throne room, which contains a giant eternal crystal. The throne core, which is what we are defending. But we also have to defend this cart here because we're bringing another one. So there's like a dozen reasons why things want to come and invade this particular area. And Peterson says he just loves a good, hard puzzler. It made Portal 2 puzzles look like kindergarten in the Talos Principle. Alright. Well, I can certainly understand that. Sounds cool. I am going to go to options and turn my quality down because it's making me lag a little bit on this laptop. Laptop is not known for its robustness in the field. Let's just say that. We also have a couple secondary objectives in this map. We've got this one. This opens the window. If the window gets opened, well, flying things come out, and I don't want to deal with that for the most part. And then down here, past this universe's version of the last Airbender, and a guy with a corncob nose and a boat, is going to be yet another invasion point. This one I'm going to let be back a little more. So let's do that. We'll put this one here. We'll put... Is that... I don't like how wide these are, though, is the problem. Stuff is probably going to get through, but either way. So let's stick a thing here. I don't really have good towers for this. Maybe I need to start leveling a knight character, one of those little soldierinos or something. There is the option. There certainly is the option. What was it? The Squire, that's the one. Am I going to have enough mana? I guess I am. I just don't want to use that much, if you feel me. Yeah. Still nobody coming to visit on Mixer today. I wonder why. It must not be a popular title. Dungeon Defenders 2, it ebbs and flows for general public interest, which is too bad. I'm also going to be sneaky. I'm going to put a thing pointed that way, up here. So this is more or less defended looking. Whether or not it is in fact defended is a matter for debate. Maybe you could put this forward a little more. Let's do that. I feel more comfortable doing that. And presto changeo. It looks like we're probably going to run out of time, but we'll do one wave, and we'll see how it goes in here, and then I'll shut her down. But thanks for everybody for joining me for some Dungeon Defenders 2 this evening / afternoon. Or maybe pan-dimensional adventure, depending on where you live in the world. Okay. Are these guys going to that? It looks like it is a yes. Except that guy way in the back is not dying fast enough. We've got a few rough campers coming over here. It looks like the walls kind of have like a subtle taunting ability now, which is nice. So I don't have to worry about them running around the edges. That used to be more of a problem than it is now. This thing's getting a little beat up. Let's get you fixed. The crystal cart. Okay, I was afraid of this. Who's attacking? Who's doing it? Is it you? Alright, let's put a couple more of these here. That'll shore up that defense. Not that we're going to stay here long enough for it to probably matter, but it's fine. We can kill a couple of scary hobgoblins, and everybody's having a good time. The guy with the corncob must be their version of Link. I fully agree. let me just slap this down. I think next week I'm going to play Slime Rancher. That's a pretty fun game, and you can kind of come and go from it as much as you'll like. Somebody still alive? Who's still alive? Are you not getting shot? You must not be getting shot. Alright, well that's all I'm going to do for right now, folks. Thanks for joining me for some more Dungeon Defenders. I appreciate it. And, of course, the regular schedule of almost 2 hours will begin next week. Thanks for joining me, Peterson, Zelfido. It's nice to chat with you again, and I will catch you crazy cats next time. Oh, also, thanks you to Grasskeeper, also known as Dragon Slayer, Fire Dragon Slayer, for hopping in for most of that one event. It was quite interesting. So, yeah. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.